People quite often feel offended or upset if they perceive themselves as being classified as high risk. It is important, however, to understand the concept from an insurance point of view to understand what it means, how it affects them, and why it can make a huge difference to what they pay for their insurance company. If people understand why they are classified as high risk, then they can do whatever they can to minimize that risk, and pay less of a premium accordingly. There are three main groups of high-risk drivers from an insurance point of view. Two are fairly obvious: people that insurers classify as young and people they classify as elderly. Insurers tend to classify young drivers as those between the ages of 17 and 25, although some insurance companies may apply different age limits. This, like all generalizations, is somewhat arbitrary, but it does reflect the reality of how insurance companies categorize people in order to assess risk. If people in this category buy insurance online, they will inevitably be deemed a high risk, and charged a higher rate accordingly. Insurance companies tend to assume that younger people are drivers who are a higher risk because they obviously don't have the experience that comes with age, and are also sometimes considered more carefree or, in insurance thinking, more irresponsible than their older colleagues. This may well be unfair, but is the reality of how some insurance companies think. There is also a bit of a myth that younger drivers like fast cars, which they probably do, but then so does everyone. Unfortunately, younger drivers pay the price literally for the combination of these two factors. The other age group considered a high risk are elderly drivers, although specific age limits are harder to verify. Generally speaking, some insurance companies buy into the myth that the older you get, the more senile you become and the bigger risk factor you are. This is obviously true in some cases, but falls foul of the insurance company's need to categorize people in order to assess rate charges. Older people are in some ways in a better way to get that misconception changed because they have a lot of driving experience they can call on to prove or validate they are careful and reasonable drivers, or not. Assuming they are, they can also undertake, as can younger drivers or in fact drivers of any age, advanced driving courses to improve their skills and prove their superior level of driving ability. Many such courses exist, sometimes run by motoring organization or local police forces. Insurance companies usually respect these courses, and will sometimes allow reasonable discounts on car insurance premiums as a result. Taking and passing one of these courses is often the best way someone categorized as a high-risk driver can show an insurance company that they are not a high-risk, but a good and competent driver. The other category of high-risk drivers are simply bad drivers who have an appalling claims history. Share this video and subscribe for more interesting auto insurance tips.